what's up guys? Blue Sun JRPG'S here. Going over my first impressions of Nier Automata. Of course I picked this game up on Tuesday on launch. I'm staying home today to play it after watching Ordinal Scale last night. But my first impressions of this game, right off the bat, game looks beautiful. The graphics are absolutely stunning. That's obviously going to be the first thing that you catch right off the bat in any game. It's going to be the graphics, the way it looks. Coming from Square, you definitely expect that. They obviously take a lot of pride in their visuals. And this game is on par with Final Fantasy 15, if not even better. And 15 was one of the best games I've ever seen. So hats off to Square, they definitely did a great job again. The second thing that jumps out on this game absolutely has to be that they switch up the gameplay so much, the gameplay style so much. This game will go from a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up to a vertical shoot-'em-up to a first-person combat game, and then to an overhead combat game, all within the span of like 30 seconds or so. It's unbelievable. And it's done so seamlessly. I've never seen any game even come close to doing anything like this. Or even attempt it. If you guys can think of a game, let me know, because I'd like to try that out. But this game it's unbelievable the way they did that. And it really caught me off guard, because I didn't play the demo at all, as you guys know. So I didn't know what to expect coming into this game. So that really caught me off guard, and it was a pleasant surprise. And I'm playing on normal mode, as you guys know. I don't like the crazy hardcore difficulties. So yeah, I'm playing on normal mode, but first thing that happened to me was I played for about 45 minutes of the game the first night. Right before the first boss, you can't save up until that point. And I actually died right before that, so I had to go, I just turned it off at that point, because I had to start back at the beginning. There were no checkpoints or anything like that, which really kind of pissed me off a little bit. But you know, I went back and played through it, and it's probably for the best, just because I was able to play through a second time with much better feel for the controls. And I think I had to use maybe 6 health potions compared to using like 15 or 20 the first time through, and that's why I died, because I ran out of them. So I definitely got a better feel for the game, but that was definitely something that was pretty frustrating off the bat, and it made me want to put the game just down right there. And so far, I think one of the strongest points of the game has actually been its controls. You would expect a game that switches up between so many different styles of play, between overhead, between shmup, between vertical shmup, first-person combat. You'd expect some laggy or clunky controls, because you expect they wouldn't actually fit together. But I think the game does a brilliant job of implementing all those things well. I never once felt like there was a weird control or an awkward control. You know, tying this back to Final Fantasy 15, because everyone's played that, the magic system in Final Fantasy 15 was pretty hard for me to learn, and I honestly didn't use it very much just because of the complexity of it. But there was nothing like that in what I've played of this game so far. It was very easy. There was no tutorial, or if there is a tutorial, it's built in a way that you're not really, you don't really perceive it as a tutorial. And I was fine with it. I didn't have any problems at all. Everything I was able to learn within maybe 10 to 15 minutes of playing the game. One of the best things this game actually does is actually get right into the combat. A lot of JRPGs can get very bogged down by long opening scenes of characters that we don't care about, because it's too early to have any relationship with any characters. So they waste time on stuff like that, but this game does an awesome job of getting you right into the action. Now, about an hour and a half in, there's not too much story development, but the story that I do have so far, it's pretty damn interesting. You're in some kind of post-apocalyptic world. It's like 5050 AD, where machines have basically taken over the Earth, and you're basically just trying to get the Earth back. You're playing as androids. I think that might be a little bit of a spoiler, don't kill me. But so far, I mean, I've had a blast with it. I think the story's pretty good so far. It's getting to that point where it's starting to pull me into it. The action's really fun, so that's good enough just to get you into the part where you're actually invested in the story. And then you learn bits and pieces of it as you go. You get a little bit of relationship building in the first hour of the game, which is awesome. Almost a little bit of heartbreak in the game as well too, so early on, if you can call it that. Anyway guys, I've had a blast playing this game so far. It's only about 2 hours, like I said, I'm only 2 hours into it, but I would really recommend it based on what I've played so far.